Hello, welcome to Festive Sentimeter. I'm Parikshit Luthra. The festive season has kicked off in India with Navratri and Durga Puja. After a 2-year lull due to COVID, retailers now expect consumers to spend more this festive season. For auto dealers, the season has already kicked off on an optimistic note, with vehicle retail sales recording an 11% year-on-year growth in September due to a weak base. Meanwhile, Retailers Association of India says that early sales are encouraging. A survey conducted by market research firm Ipsos shows that 2 out of 3 Indians are upbeat about spending this festive season. To discuss the industry's expectations, I'm now joined by Nilesh Gupta, Director at Vijay Sales, Kumar Rajagopalan, President of Retailers Association of India, and also on the show with us today, Vinkesh Gulati, Chairman of Research and Academy at Federation of Automobile Dealers Association of India. Nilesh Gupta, if I can begin with you, how's the first week of the festive season been for the consumer electronics industry? What are the big trends that you have been seeing?
So good evening, everybody. I think the first week has been pretty good, although it could have been better. As we always say, dil mange more. But the initial trends, what we are seeing is a lot of electronics is going to sell a lot this time. And another thing which we are seeing early trend is this year, I think in Diwali gifting is going to be a very big thing because I think for the last 2 years, people have not been much into gifting. And because this is too early days, but still we have started getting inquiries for 200, 300 numbers of digital watches and all this. So overall, it seems to be a good festive season ahead. Tomorrow is a very big day for us, being Dussehra. And I think tomorrow will give us the actual picture on how and what will happen this Diwali, how much growth will happen this Diwali.
Right. Mr. Rajagopalan, to get you in, what are the big sectors that you feel will contribute to growth this festive season? You've said that Durga Puja in the East has started off on a good note for retailers across the country. Which sectors do you feel will drive the growth this festive season?
Thank you, Parikshit, and a season greeting to all of you. I think it's that time when all of us have to feel that cheer. And we are seeing already good growth in East. For most of us in retail, we get to know our barometer from what happens in the East because Durga Puja, Dussehra is a very big season for the East, and that's when we get to know whether people are wanting to spend. From whatever I hear, because the data is yet to come in, but most of the retailers that we've spoken to are very gung-ho. They're feeling that business is growing. It's double-digit growth for sure. So that's where we are currently. In terms of items, the wonderful thing about this time is that people are firstly, people who are staying internationally are expected to come into the country, which did not happen for 2 years now. So Indians outside are coming in to meet their people here. The second part is that people here in this country are definitely wanting to go and meet up and greet people. So that means that business for things like beauty items, items like garments, etc., is definitely up. Jewelry, etc., is up. The second thing that we are also seeing is that not only do people want to meet each other, relationships have also changed. So not only do the consumers want to buy for themselves, they also want to buy gifts. And we hope to be able to ensure that that consumers are encouraged to do that, because definitely all of us have lived through tough times and we need to feel that sense of cheer. So that's the other part. People are also traveling out, and that helps. So occasion wear, traveling out, so that kind of items that goes along with it, jewelry, eating out is all really good. Anything that brings a sense of cheer, I think, is a thumbs up for everybody. There is a wardrobe change. Electronic items in the offices are getting changed. So, yeah.
So, all right. So you think anything big that brings cheer to the consumer right now is seeing good demand. Mr. Gulati, the million-dollar question before many prospective car buyers: can they get the vehicle of their choice in this festive month? During the Dussehra, in the run-up to Diwali, can that happen? And have wait times really come down for those big popular models?
So thanks, Parikshit, for having me. And before answering your question, I should thank Nilesh ji and Mr. Kumar for making me also cheerful. Hearing about the other industries seeing such a good growth also creates a hope in our minds also. No doubt, auto industry is also growing well. So year on year, there is a growth of around 11%. still there are some challenges, but I'm happy hearing from Nileshji and Mr. Kumar. So coming back to your question, Parikshit, basically our production has improved. So if you see, we had done some 3.5 lakh dispatches to the dealers, which is best ever, I feel, in the car industry of the same. So, but on the other hand, what is happening is that the customers are more interested in buying. So whatever increase in production is helping improve the waiting period. The fresh booking is pushing it back down. So it's a mixed bag. So there are a lot of vehicles which had improved, or you can say which the waiting period has come down, but still the top model of all the brands highest selling vehicles are similar or a tag lower. So saying that a customer can walk in any showroom and get a car, I feel yes, he can. But will it be his choice of car? I am doubtful, because the base level models are still available at the counters, but not what as of today the customer wants. So not a good time to say that you should have planned before. It would have been better. But yes, you can get some vehicle because the production has improved.
All right. So there is something that you can get, but maybe it's not the vehicle of your choice. Mr. Nilesh, coming back to you, the inflationary pressures that we're looking at right now, is that impacting buying behavior? Are you seeing more purchases for entry-level consumer electronics, or is there growth across the spectrum?
So Parikshit, surprisingly, in fact, we are seeing more growth in the middle and premium segments. And in our case, especially in consumer durable, the inflationary trend does not affect the sales for primarily one reason, and that is financing. So most of the cases, what happens is our 70 to 80% sales happens on EMI financing, out of which 50% is paper finance and 50% is on credit card finance. So then what happens, even if the prices has gone up, like which has gone up in the last 1 year, they've drastically gone up by around 15%, but we did not see any negative impact on sales. For primarily the reason is there are better EMI schemes which are coming in, and consumers are, ours is the only industry where the consumer is not paying interest on the EMIs, because that EMI, that interest component is basically absorbed by the manufacturers and the retailer put together. 75 to 80% manufacturer absorbs and 15 to 20% the retailer absorbs. So we are not seeing inflationary trend affecting our sales. That's very clear picture.
All right, so you're not seeing inflationary trends impacting your sales. But to go back to Mr. Rajagopalan, when it comes to the sentiment versus metros, tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 cities and rural areas, what's the sentiment like right now?
I think the metros have been very strong anyway. And the sentiment is currently very positive. People are definitely thinking that there is India as a country would be useful. There is global worries, but India would be able to withstand whatever is the headwind that is there. And overall salaries, income levels, employment levels are all decent there. So there is no worries there at all. The rural sector, I think now that there is a decent rainfall and people are expecting that there is a better capability to kind of sell their produce, should definitely see some buoyancy going forward. So overall, I think that across the sector, whether rural or the urban sector, we should be seeing decent business. Urban would still be leading. I don't think we can run away from that. The other part is that there were a bit of a worry till last month, and I hope that I'm proved wrong there, about the segment of population who are not necessarily the well-to-do in the country, not buying enough of the discretionary items. I think their ability to think about their future is slightly better now. Maybe their salaries have also gone up, or their take-home money is getting better. If that be the case, we should also expect a participation across segment of population to be able to enjoy this benefit of the season. I think season is only fun when all strata of society really enjoy themselves.
Right, absolutely. And Mr. Gulati, coming to you, we have seen a stress on the entry-level segment in both passenger cars and two-wheelers. Is the availability greater in these segments right now? Is there an inventory pile-up which dealers are worried about also?
So, Parikshit, yes, you are right. Like Mr. Kumar also said, the entry-level customer profile, the sentiments are not that good. And frankly speaking, if I see the 2021 calendar year was the year of Bharat or the rural India or the entry level, and 2022 has actually given a U-turn, and this is the year of metros or semi-urban things, and that is also being clearly shown. I'm adding one, even the small commercial vehicle, which is the entry level vehicle, which is around 4 to 5 lakh, those are also doing bad. So maybe the commercial vehicle segment on the whole has improved, but the SCVs, which were doing good last year when this last mile connectivity went up with this companies, that is also in challenge today. So I feel overall, the rural India or the tier 3 towns where the lower strata people are there, who normally buys the entry level cars or entry level two wheelers, they are still under stress. No doubt things have improving. So what we have seen, like two-wheeler, if I compare pre-COVID, is now minus 14%, which was normally around 20-30%, which is showing a position where the growth it is converting towards positivity, but still it's a long way to go. So like latest, if you see, the entry-level cars have gone on these schemes. So Alto just launched 2-3 months back is on a scheme. Hero has also launched a scheme on the product for the entry level to entice people. But practically what is happening, I feel, they are still not very sure about their future. The uncertainty at their level is still high on the rural or the entry level segment customers. And we may take some time, they may take some time, maybe another 2-6 months, 3-4-6 months to come out and go ahead for buying. Until the time they come out and buy, the numbers overall, the whatever the premium vehicles are pushing, can't be seen as an overall auto industry.
All right, all right. We're going to take a short break on that note, but when we return, we'll ask about festive schemes, about discounts, how to find the best deals this festive season as well. Don't go anywhere. This discussion continues after a short break. Welcome back. You're watching Festive Sentimeter, and with us right now is Nilesh Gupta, Director, Vijay Sales, Kumar Rajagopalan, CEO, Retailers Association of India, and Vinkesh Gulati, Chairman, Research and Academy at Federation of Automobile Dealers. Nilesh Gupta, coming back to you, when it comes to festival schemes, are there some discounts that will be there in the market, some good festive schemes that customers can really watch out for this festive season?
So Parikshit, ours is an industry where you have discounts throughout the year, but definitely during Diwali, this is one major year where all major month where the entire industry comes down and gives more and more discounts and more offers. And that's precisely why we always say in consumer durable, we don't have a 12-month calendar, but it's a 13-month calendar where the Diwali month constitutes sale of nearly 2 months. The primary reason being is this is a year where this is a month where people will get, consumers will get offers showered on them. So when you're buying a television, especially a large screen, you may either get a mobile phone, a high-end mobile phone, if you're buying a OLED televisions, QLEDs, or you may get sound bars. Sometimes you are getting sound bars. In some models, you are getting sound bars at a 50% price. In some cases, cashback offers are there. In fact, cashback offers are there across. Plus, the exchange bonuses are there. If you are exchanging a mobile phones, not only you get the value of your old phone, but you also get an exchange bonus from the brand. In addition to this, there's a lot of thrust on EMIs. So this is the month where consumers get EMIs, which is zero down payment and extending up to 24 months. And that's precisely what I said is before also is not making the inflationary trend affect us, number one. Number two, that's another reason why we are seeing a lot of premium and high-end products being sold, because people are upgrading. One more thing which you have to see is post-COVID, people have realized the importance of consumer durables in their house. So everybody is now interested to buy a bigger size refrigerator, or a larger screen television. And this all is the right time to buy in Diwali, because I think the offers which you get in this month, you will never get it throughout the year. And that's what brings the consumers to the stores.
Right. Kumar Rajagopalan, which sectors do you feel will offer the best schemes, the best discounts to customers this season? Where all can they get the best bargain?
I think the idea is that most of the consumers are getting discounts through the year. We all know that in the modern day, digital days, e-commerce days, I think discounts are taken for granted. Many of the items are available on discounts through the year, like what Nilesh Gupta said. What gets interesting during Diwali is that many of the brands and many of the products are available so through the year you're getting same for less. But during Diwali, it is more for same. And that's what makes the difference. So if you're buying this, you get something more. If you do beyond so-and-so buying, then you get something spectacular. I mean, that's the way it is. So there is incentivization for buying more, incentivization for ensuring that you kind of buy up or trade up. And that's what is special about Diwali. It's also aspirational, because during Diwali, people are buying occasion where they are not buying day-to-day items. So occasional items have got its own price points. So when you get something more for the same price point, you enjoy it. So we should see across these sectors. In some, for example, in jewelry, there could be some offers on making charges, like what Nilesh Gupta said. In electronics, there are something or the other that gets attached. In garments, there could be some accessorization that happens along with whatever you're buying as main garment. There could be some bespoke items that's getting created for you. In the food also, you could be having a meal, you could end up getting a special sweet or a dessert at the end of it. So I think everybody is going to try and ensure that you are really appealing to the heart of the customer, or not necessarily the brain of the customer. Discount appeals to the brain of a customer. Now it's the time to appeal to the heart of the customer.
Okay, it's time to appeal to the heart of the customer. Mr. Gulati, there is huge demand in the PV industry, so I don't know what will be the scale of the discounts, but any advice to customers on how to find some of the best deals this festive season in the automotive sector?
So Parikshit, yes, I cannot be similar voice the opinion like Nileshji and Mr. Kumar, because today in our case the problem is, can we offer a vehicle to the customer or not? So the discount. So there are some products like entry-level products where we are seeing some schemes, but those are not very much which can entice a customer. But on the other hand, I'll request, if anybody wants to buy a product, at least for coming 6 months in the passenger vehicle, they should pre-plan it. And if they want it today, whatever is available at the counter at the dealership, they'll have to redo with their choices and options and take that vehicle. Because still, what the kind of bookings we are having even today is indicating that the waiting period will come down, but it will, at least for 6 months to an year, it will not be across the counters. But yes, there are schemes and good finance schemes coming in two-wheelers products of any size. So forget about the premium thing, but entry level and a middle level, we have really good schemes on the cash schemes on two-wheeler and finance and even exchange. So one particular brand in a scooter is giving up to around 10,000 plus scheme if you buy all three put together and all that. So there are around 4,000, but everything put together. So there is some cash scheme, some exchange scheme, and some finance scheme. But across the range, it's not like, so normally what we say in the festive is not only auspicious occasion. The festive is, the sales is made because of these schemes. But what we are going through today, the schemes are not as good to make that festive, but still auspicious days are there. So whatever your interest is, please go to the showroom and see what is available. Please buy it, because I don't see any improvement in waiting period going further also.
All right, so the big advice is plan your purchase, because it could take a few months, actually 6 to 8 months in some cases. But coming back to Nilesh Gupta, we have just about 2 minutes left, and I'll put quick questions to all our guests. Nilesh Gupta, do you expect this festive season to be better for you compared to last year or even 2019, a pre-COVID festive month?
this year, 100%, we expect it to be much better than 2019. In fact, this could be one of the best festive year, for the simple reason is after 2 years, we are having a normal festival without the fear of COVID. So touch wood, fingers crossed, we expect it to be the festival of the decade.
Right, you expect it to be the festival of the decade. Kumar Rajagopalan, from your point of view, how will this be compared to 2019?
I reflect exactly the way Nilesh Gupta feels. I think it's about spreading the cheer. It's the time when all of us can really meet and greet. I do hope that relationships get built and purchases will automatically happen. But it's about feeling that sense of positivity. I think living in India at this point of time is the greatest thing that can happen, because everywhere things are looking decent. Unless some strong headwinds come of some other nature from across the globe, I don't see a big problem at all. Festival season should be good for everyone, and there should be this sense for going out, buying, enjoying themselves all through.
Right. And finally, Mr. Gulati, how do you expect this festive season to be for the automobile industry, automobile dealers? And one quick question, if I may add. EVs really outperforming when it comes to the entire automotive sector in this first week of the festive season. Do you expect bumper sales in the EV segment?
So, Parikshit, I'll dissect my answers category-wise. So, cars, obviously, this would be the best ever festival since ages. So, more than a decade also. So, we are seeing real good numbers. No doubt the option of customer for counter. The other segment also are okay. So, but they'll be better than last 3 years. So, even pre-COVID level. We are hoping better for three-wheeler, the commercial vehicle, and the tractor segment also. Tractor segment is a bit in a challenge, but still we are hopeful it will be positive. The two-wheeler segment is still a challenge. We are seeing an improvement in reduction in the degrowth. But yes, I am doubtful it will be pre-COVID levels. But we are optimistic seeing the current trends of inquiry. Let's see that it comes out of woods or not. Electric vehicle, especially, I see the spotlight is really great. The cars production is improving. Even the two-wheeler market also, the last month was good. The first week was good. So the overall, the cheer for the auto industry is there. I'm hopeful if ICE two-wheeler can pull through, then the overall industry would be the best ever in festive month for us. But that is a challenge where we are still keeping our fingers crossed.
Okay, thank you very much to Mr. Nilesh, Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan and Mr. Gulati for joining us here for our festive Sentimeter. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.